Hey guys, my name is Daniel. I'm an owner-operator from Washington State. Behind me, I have my 2001 Freightliner Century. I've been driving this truck the last 5 years, and we have some maintenance to do on it today. So I figured it's a perfect time to bring you guys along and show you sometimes what an owner-operator has to do to maintain his truck if he does the work himself. Over here, we have some brand new steer tires. They're Samoto ST778s. And it's a long haul steer tire, so they should do really good for us. I currently have Goodyear steers on right now. They have about 100,000 miles. They're starting to shake and cup the insides, so I figured go ahead and change those out. We got to do an oil change on the engine, and we got the filters there, fuel filters. I have to do the torque rod over here on the rear axle, and then I also have to do 2 wheel seals on the drive axle. So we're gonna go ahead and get started today, and I hope you guys enjoy the video and let me know what you guys think. All right, we got the chrome caps off, and now we got the impact gun. We'll get these off real quick. So I went ahead and pulled off the drums, and I think I have 2 separate issues. So I think the wheel seal is leaking, but I also have the S-cam seal leaking grease, and then grease is getting in here and getting thrown up in. So I got a little bit extra work to do, but that's all right. So I got to fix this. This side is just starting to leak. It's not grease, it's definitely gear oil. It's just seeping a little bit. So while I have it off, I'm going to go ahead and do this side as well. Well, that turned out to be a extreme mess, so it really sucked, but oh well. Got the pressure washer out and got everything pressure washed, slack adjuster, S-cam, the hub over here and everything. So now I'm going to finally break this thing down and replace the wheel seals on both these. So we went ahead and pulled off this front hub first, and as you can see, that wheel seal is just really nasty. So we're going to pop out that seal, pop out the inside bearing there, inspect the bearing, make sure it's good to go, clean this all up, put a new seal in with the bearing, and reinstall this. One thing I didn't like was that the spindle nut was hand tight, which certain applications you do that. This has a cone on the inside, so I believe you're supposed to torque it to 250 foot-pounds. You can see possibly the outside bearing moved a little bit, but thankfully I don't feel anything with my finger there. Inside bearing looks a little bit better. So I think the spindle is perfectly fine. The mating surface for where the seal goes is nice. So we should be all good to go to slap it all back together. But that was the only concern I have. So This is going to be nice to clean up, but oh well, gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so we got our hub ready to go, all cleaned up real nice. I inspected that bearing, it looks good. Just got to throw some hub oil in it real quick. Got the new wheel seal here, got the tool to hammer it in, and then I cleaned up the spindle. That should be ready to go. So got everything laid out to be put back together. So gonna knock in this seal and then slap it all back together. All right, so we got the front one done here, and went nice and smooth. Shouldn't have any issues with it. And tomorrow I'm gonna start on this one. I gotta go and run and get some parts, and after that take it apart and put it back together. So should go nice. Okay, it's the next day. It's a beautiful day out here in Washington. We went ahead and removed this hub here, removed the S-cam and the seal that failed. So I'm hoping I can just get this seal and not have to bother trying to replace the bushing or anything. I'm guessing I could. It's the first time I've done this, so we're gonna go to the parts store and find out. All right, we got back from Fleet Pride and got some new brake shoes, and then I brought the S-cam along to get a new seal. They sold me this whole kit here with the seals and everything because they didn't just have the seal in stock. So gotta clean up the S-cam, install the new seal, and then once I do that, I can do the wheel hub and get that all done. Well, unfortunately, the replacement seals are way too big. So as you can see, the old one fits into the new one. So back to Fleet Pride I go. It's just another lovely day of being an owner-operator. Sometimes this is what you gotta do. Run around for parts back and forth and waste your day trying to save money. We got back from Fleet Pride and I got the new seal installed. I ruined one trying to put it in, and then I went and I got a Dremel and I cleaned up this area right here, because as you can tell, it looks like in its prior ownership of the truck, someone came in here and nicked it with a hammer, and then it made the area for the seal much tighter. So I had to clean up this area right here and got it all cleaned up, and then I was able to barely get this thing in without damaging it, thankfully. So it's afternoon now, and literally running around for parts and everything took up the better half of the day. So now I gotta clean up everything and install the new wheel seal, put the slack adjuster in, and get everything done. So it's taken a lot longer than I thought, but oh well. Some oil on the bearing there.
Tricky situations, I will be a lifeline.
Sure if you're supposed to.
Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, I know. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove.
So we got the new seal in for the S-cam, and then we're gonna throw this S-cam back in. Oh, there it goes. Now I'm just gonna clean up this excess grease here. Push this back out a little bit. And with this new seal, hopefully no more grease when I'm greasing the S-cam. Hopefully no more grease is going to be coming out. So one can hope. Really messy job, unfortunately, but what can you do? Alright, that's in. Now we're going to go on the other side, put in the washers, and put in the safety clip, and we'll be done with the S-cam. What I'm doing right now is these are the washers that go on the other side of the S-cam, and they're full of grease and not really clean. So they're like full of hardened grease. So what I would like to do is get most of that off so I can get this retaining clip back on easily. And then once I get that done, put the retaining clip back on, and then I'll put the wheel hub assembly back on. So we got that clip over there installed, and we should be good to go now. So I got the cone in there, got the outside bearing in. I also put hub oil in the hub. Then it's got this tab on the inside here that needs to line up with the spindle there. Got that on. Put this on by hand. What we're gonna do now is pull out the fuel cap. I have the axle tilted towards the side that I did the wheel hub on, wheel seal, and go ahead and top off differential. So now we're moving on to the track bar. We got the hubs filled up with oil. I tilted the rear ends, that way this side would fill up with oil. Then lowered them back down, and then I topped them off with the gear oil. So now onto the track bar. I got one bolt out, they're stubborn, so I had to use heat. And then I think this one's starting to budge, so let's see how that goes. Yep. And then I don't think I need to get that bolt all the way out. Looks like the frame's gonna be in the way a little bit, but I think once I get these other bolts out, I can leave that bolt in and we'll be good to go. The bolts are pretty stubborn, so what I'm doing right now is heating up the nuts to hopefully break them loose. So, oh man, see all that rust? Definitely stubborn. Off to the next. So I had to get this massive breaker bar out to get this bolt loose because the impacts didn't want to do it. Alright, finally. And we got those bolts loose. Take this big one out here. And that whole bracket came loose too, actually. So gotta make sure I don't drop any of the shims inside the frame here. Gotta keep these all together. Head these up here. And then this is why we have to replace this bushing here. Got extra play, and I believe I'm getting a popping noise the rear end because of it. So let's go get the new one. So we got the new torque rod here, and this is an aftermarket option. It came with the truck when I bought the truck. So this is the factory option. We're gonna go ahead and slap this in, and hopefully it'll last longer than this style. So we got the new track bar installed. So now we're gonna finally get to the front of the truck. We gotta do the oil change and change out the steer tires. Alright, we got the new filters on and got the drain plug back in. Now we're going to top it off with about 8.5 to 9 gallons of oil. Couple days later, we're all done with our maintenance, and it sure feels good. It feels great, actually. Tired of working on my truck. Tired of getting dirty, greasy, but it's all right. We saved some money, so it's all good in the long run. So I hope you didn't think this video was a complete waste of time. We just got done with all our maintenance on this Freightliner. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I hope you found it entertaining. God bless.